Here we go, the pantry. Don't freak. It looks like a lot when it's all grouped together like this, but there's really only about 22 or so items here. And I've got them grouped. Absolutely necessary, would be nice to have, and if you have it, great. If you don't, no big deal. Okay, we'll start with the bare necessities. I didn't put salt and pepper out here because that's kind of a no-brainer. We'll start with parsley, oregano, garlic salt, olive oil. If you only have these, you can cook. Okay? And you'll notice that these are big honking jars where everything else is kind of small. That's because they get used a lot. So salt and pepper and these four right here, you're golden. On the olive oil, you know, I don't care if it's extra virgin or whore or whatever. The point is you're going to have it, and I'll go into more detail on the different types and so on and so forth on another show. Okay, so that's the bare necessities. Now we'll move on into the stuff that would be nice to have. Down front here, we've got, it's like a Cajun, Creole kind of mix. There's a lot of different ones on the market. It's always nice to have that around because you will use it. Basil, or basil, if you're a fan of the old Sherlock Holmes movies. By the way, is it just me, or was Sherlock Holmes kind of a dick? Alright, it's not a Sherlock Holmes hat, but it is in the period. Paper, mister? Okay. Holmes always did treat Watson like he was an idiot, and he was. But, you know, he didn't have to rub his face in it. Be the bigger man. Anyway, basil. What the hell is this? Rosemary. Rosemary's good, especially if you like pork or chicken. You do a lot of that. It's really good with that sort of thing. Onion powder. Good thing to keep around. And this is stuff that I can't mention by name, but it rhymes with Mrs. Rash. Worcestershire sauce, Worcestershire. You also want to keep a hot sauce around. And as you can see, I go through it. That or Tabasco, either way, good thing to keep around. Soy sauce, you get those packets when you get Chinese food, you know, you get extras, don't throw them out, toss them in the drawer. Spaghetti sauce, you're going to use this for doing things other than just cooking spaghetti. Same thing with Italian dressing, and there's a lot of different variations of this, you know, balsamic vinegar and a lot of different ones. But it's good to keep something in that family in the fridge. Also breadcrumbs, good thing to keep around. And poor man's version, saltine crackers. Okay, so if you don't feel like actually having breadcrumbs around, then you know, just keep saltines around, and we'll get into that at some point, I'm sure. Okay, so bare necessities would really be nice if you had all this stuff, which we're only looking at now about 15 or so items. And then the rest of these are things that would really be nice to have around. White wine vinegar, rice wine vinegar, balsamic vinegar, and steak sauce. You can use that one as one, or you know, whatever. You can use it for other than just putting on your steak. You use it with some cooking. Ginger, you can try and do the fresh if you like, but you know, having a can of this around is a good thing. And paprika, another good spice to just have around because you will use it every once in a while. Brown sugar and flour. And these things will, pretty much all of these, really not very perishable. You can keep them around for ages, so you buy a bottle of whatever, it's going to last you for a while. Unless, of course, you're doing a lot of cooking, which is a good thing. Okay, quick word about perishables. Onions. Get used to picking them up. I don't care if they're Spanish or sweet or Vidalia or whatever. Get whatever you like. Get whatever's on sale. So, but you get used to having them around because you will use them over and over again. And garlic. And I don't care if it's fresh. Now, you know, I generally say fresh versus whatever, and I'm kind of like, yeah, whatever. But garlic is one of those things where fresh really is better. But you don't want to mess with it, just get the jar. But either way, keep it around because you are going to need it. So onions, garlic, and then of course it's nice to have scallions or green onions or shallots are another nice thing to keep around. And then of course obviously your basic dairy products, milk, butter, cheese, yada yada. But get used to keeping onions and garlic around. Colonel Mustard in the kitchen with a knife. Mustard's a great way to add a little extra spice to whatever it is you might be cooking. And there are a lot of great variations out there. As you can see, I keep a few around. Okay, there's your basics. You have this stuff, you're ready to cook. Check us out at cookandsex.com. You'll see we have links to Twitter and Facebook and all that crap. So, later.